title berth awaits the winner of tonight's first semifinal matchup from Ashland, where state #1 undefeated Shelby will look to run their record to a perfect 25-0 if they can get past Sandusky Perkins and a 4-seeded Lady Pirate squad hoping to play spoiler here tonight. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Division II District Semifinal matchup between Perkins and Shelby. My name is Brian Skronsky. I got Mark Bollinger with me here tonight in the house. And this is the team, when you look at these Shelby Whippets, they've been dominant, Mark, from the start of the season all the way up until this point. Truly, they have personified what it means to be the #1 team in the state.
Absolutely. The Lady Whippets have put it together all season long, using that pressure defense and their depth to get after teams, and they're going to try to get after Perkins tonight here in this district semifinal matchup.
This is the JJ's Pizza pregame, and make sure that you use promo code OH.REPORT all night long to get 10% off of your order at JJ's. The place to order in the Plymouth and Shelby area. A link is in the section tonight of our verbiage. All right, Mark. Got to start a little bit late here, but let's dive into some of our keys to the game. Let's start first with the Lady Whippets. For me, it's just all about that tempo, man. They get up and down the floor, they force you into some turnovers, and then they cash those in for points at the other end. So I feel like they just got to do what they do. Get up and down the floor, move fast. It starts and ends with the Lady Whippets on the defensive end. They, like you said, they're going to bring that full court pressure. They're forcing over 22 turnovers a game, and that defense becomes instant offense for the Whippets. And then on the other side tonight for the Perkins Pirates, it's a little bit of a different story. Obviously, they are going to be the underdog here, Mark. And no stampedes. Don't let the Whippets get out and run. I know that's what they like to do, so try to control them if you can. Got to try to control them if you can, and it'll be interesting to see if Perkins comes out and tries to do something different. You try to play Shelby straight up. The talent differential seems to be pretty big going into this one. Be Perkins with the basketball first. They'll move it side to side. 3-ball up from the corner right away. It's off the back iron and a rebound, one and done. Mallory Gundrum with the first board of the night. Sophia Niese, the District 6 D2 Player of the Year. So versatile, such a threat anywhere on the floor. But a giveaway here on the opening possession. Kaylee Baker comes away with a theft. And you can tell this girl's not shy. Second try from downtown. Kate Ory this time cashes it in. And she is not shy, and this is a key tonight. Shelby all season long has been able to get out to quick starts. In 24 of their games, they've had the lead, in 24 of their games, they've had the lead after the first quarter in 23 of those. So getting off to a quick start is something we've seen from Shelby all year, and now you get another stop on this end from Perkins, and they're out looking to run with numbers. So the Pirates looking to take a 2-possession advantage here early on as Ory attacks. She's going to get fouled on the floor. And it'll be an inbounds play coming up here for Sandusky Perkins. Shelby just needs to settle in coming in. You know that you're going to get Perkins' best shot. So we'll see if the Whippets can get a stop here and try to get to the other end. But bam. Perkins drops another deep 3-ball, and we got a 6-0 game. That's exactly what they needed coming out of the gates hot here. Couple of triples, and Perkins with the early advantage. The longer Perkins can hang around, the more confidence you're going to see start to build in the Lady Pirates. Shelby's been so unselfish all year. It's really been their calling card. Here's a nice pass underneath, but a block shot. Audie Albert in amongst the trees, and Baker sent it back. Well, I think if you're looking for the recipe to try to knock off a Shelby team, you've got to be able to shoot the ball well, and you have to take care of it and kind of slow things down a little bit. Don't allow them, like we've talked about, to create offense with their defense. Try to force Shelby into scoring in a half-court set game, and if you do that, you might try to give yourself a shot to win. Whippets, of course, are at their best when they are getting up and down the floor. You see it here, Gundrum applying the pressure defense on the perimeter. Demi Aaron handles it. And now a reach-in foul is going to go against Albert. Going to be the second foul against Shelby. So Perkins 6-0 cushion. Just over 2 minutes here into the contest and looking for more. But Olivia Baker with the theft, first team all-district player. And you can see the length inside really causing problems for the Lady Whippets, and that's the one thing that you could say about them is that they're not a team that's got very many tall players. They're all about like 5'8", 5'9", but no 6-footers on the squad, Mark.
They don't have any 6-footers, and we'd like to see as the game goes on if the Whippets start to attack that a little bit more, try to stretch that length out, spread the floor, and see if they can be able to spread the floor and get some attacks off the dribble.
Here's Albert, the lefty. Off the mark, Baker working inside and got her shot blocked by Kelly Baker. Wow, what a start here for Perkins. But Niese with the fast fingers there takes it away, looking to push the break. And Olivia's gonna get fouled. First foul against the Pirates tonight.
And again, right now the tempo is somewhat in Perkins' favor. They've been able to eliminate the quick strike ability from Shelby, and that has led to 6-0 lead for the Lady Pirates.
Niese with Aaron on her. Looks to get the offense flowing. Aubert, the kick out, wide open look, Gundrum, splash.
And that is big. There's the first answer by the Lady Whippets.
But quickly, Olery back the other way. Gonna earn a couple of free throws coming up here from the charity stripe.
Real nice job on the offensive end by the Lady Whippets. They ran a set, tried to get that quick backdoor cut. Perkins didn't give it up. They reversed the basketball, made the extra pass, and got the open three. Got it to go down to cut the deficit in half.
Free throw was good. Aaron's going to take a seat. First sub will be Haley Brunner, freshman, getting into the mix here for Perkins. So she goes 2 for 2. Cameron Van Valera, another freshman now on the floor. So some youngsters getting some big minutes here early on in the game. Perkins showcasing some depth, though it is some 9th graders, Mark. We'll see how they hang against some of these standout upperclassmen for the Whippets.
Whole different level when you get into district play. We'll see if the youth is well served tonight for the Lady Pirates. Doing a real good job defensively so far to start this basketball game. I'm really impressed with the way Perkins is coming out in the game plan so far on the defensive end.
And particularly the play of Kelly Baker inside. She has been a monster already, a couple of block shots. And they send it forward for Van Valera, who just checked in. And how about that? 10-3 is the lead here for Perkins midway through the first.
And you're seeing a team in Perkins that is kind of giving Shelby a dose of their own medicine. A lot of teams that like to get up and down and press don't like to be pressed, and you're seeing Perkins come out and try to do that to Shelby.
And that word press, that kind of feels like that's what's going on right now with the Whippets. As you see offensively here, Olivia Baker, first team district player, just trying to take the team on her back. Definitely a makeable shot for her. But Shelby, usually offense looks so simple for them. It will right there.
Look simple, nice open look. Of course, she's going to catch and bury that. So good job. Now you're going to see, again, Perkins with the response. See if they're going to try to spread the floor, run that high post look, and try to get something easy.
Niese pressuring on the perimeter, forced to give up. In traffic, well defended that time by Shelby. They've got numbers, 4-on-2. Niese threw it away. Aubert got it right back though. And she'll head to the free throw line for a couple.
Uncharacteristic turnover there by Niese. She's usually so good in the open floor. Just made a bad decision, but Aubert turned around, got the turnover right back, and going to get herself to the line.
Albert averaging 11.5 points per game this season. Gets her first point of the night right there. And now Natalie Lance trying to match here with her freshman. Gets in Eve Schwemley. So the last couple points going in favor of the Whippets. As Van Vlera is going to get a chance for some free throws here.
If you're Perkins, you couldn't have asked for a better start to the game. In their sectional final game against Vermilion, they jumped out to an early 12-0 lead. Ended up, I think, 21-6 after the first quarter. And tonight they're coming out again with another strong start.
Both coaches are going to go into their bench often tonight. Keep the substitutions rolling. That way fresh bodies are on the floor and they can play at the high tempo that the Whippets certainly are accustomed to playing. And you can tell here as well, the Pirates like to get up and down the floor themselves. How about a coast-to-coaster there from Mallory Gundrum?
Good take to the basket. Perkins really trying to do a good job of keeping the ball out of Niese's hands and applying pressure and trying to force some of those secondary ball handlers for Perkins to handle the basketball, and they did, and they made him pay for it that last trip.
From the block, off the rim a couple of times. Cameron missed that one. Now here comes Niese. Definitely drawing a lot of attention, you're right. She's got a nice setup to Albert, and she is fouled.
Niese is just so talented at getting herself into situations where she forces help side defenders to commit to her, and then she finds the open player off of that rotation. Just does an excellent job of attacking the paint and trying to get paint touches off the dribble.
So after taking a gut punch, a little bit of a check at the beginning of the game, Shelby has come all the way back to tie things up.
They've settled in on the offensive end, got themselves to the free throw line a little bit, and now that pressure defense is picking up and double dribble.
Look at the emotion of the Shelby bench. The fans over here trying to will their team out to their first lead of the night.
Just some token pressure here, trying to isolate Niese, and then they bring the double. Shelby's going to have open looks out of it if they can get that ball to the double. That time, good look from the corner, just wouldn't go down.
Jump ball is going to be the call. It'll favor Perkins. Coffin threw it away. Hesitation move, Baker to the cup. Shelby leads for the first time tonight.
Great individual play by Baker. Got in the passing lane, got the steal, and converted on the other end.
That one too strong, tipped up, offensive rebound created there by Aaron. Three ball on the way, that one's short. But how about the 50-50 balls all kind of belonging to the Pirates right now? Showing a lot of 1-2 aggressiveness out on the floor. It's Baker again. And the size advantage that she possesses so far, she's really capitalizing, Mark.
She has. They've done a good job on the offensive glass, getting a couple second chances. And again, she's going to give herself a chance to get the line here and try to get this one tied up. But on the offensive end, you're starting to see Perkins get sped up a little bit. The pressure from Shelby's just, even though it's not creating a lot of turnovers, it's just speeding up the Perkins offense where they're getting uncomfortable, and you can start to see them unraveling a little bit from the real good discipline they showed those first few possessions.
Able to knock them both down, so we're back to square. Buck 27 to play here in this opening frame. If you're just joining us, it was a 10-3 spurt right out of the gates for the Pirates. Shelby looked out of sorts on the offensive end. Starting to settle in a little bit. They got another good look from downtown. Too much that time from Demi Hip. Niese as well back irons it. But she collects the rebound. How about the look inside? OB with the bucket. That one's short from Chaylene Chambers. And the Whippets pushing ahead. Baker starting to find her stride a little bit here offensively. Long two. No dice this time for Gundrum.
See if they get the last shot of the quarter here. If they go ahead and shoot it 20 seconds to go, you'd think they try to hold it. Instead, they're going to get the layup.
The extra pass pays off. 15 each.
Whippets trying to get Niese isolated here. The dribble drive attack doesn't go, but there's another offensive rebound.
And that's something Shelby's been doing a much better job of since early on in the contest. Just the hustle plays, being aggressive in the paint, and they're going to have to. They got to be the more physically dominant team, giving up all that size.
First miss of the night for the Lady Whippets from the line. They're 4 of 5 here in this first quarter.
Sinks the second to take the lead. Perkins will have a second and a half to get up a shot. It's good if it goes. It comes up just a little bit short, and after one, heck of a contest here on our hands. Perkins trailing by just a point.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Shaky start for the #1 team in the state here in the district round. But Shelby calmed things down. They own a 16-15 advantage as we open up second quarter activity. I'm Brian Skoronsky along with Mark Bollinger tonight. And interesting start to the game. I think one that surprised me. I've seen Shelby a few times, and they're usually such a hot starting team, and now they're starting to burn up a little bit of that energy. But, man, Perkins came out, and they were the easily more aggressive team in the first.
I give a lot of credit to Perkins. They came in ready to play. You know, a lot of people coming in here expecting this one might be a little lopsided, but Perkins came out early, threw a couple of those, right hooks and got things going a little bit and knocked a couple deep threes down and took the lead. But, Shelby has reestablished themselves, showing why they're one of the most dominant teams in the state of Ohio, and they got themselves to a 3-point lead and going for more.
Loose ball foul is going to go against the Lady Whippets. And that could be a big factor here, as no more fouls to give here for Shelby. The next defensive foul is going to put Perkins on the line.
And that is definitely going to play to Perkins' advantage. This half-court Shelby defense is so good, and they're so active defensively that if they can't be that aggressive, it's going to limit some of what they like to do, and it's going to give Perkins a chance to do some things. And you look at this, and Perkins trying to run the weave. Shelby doing a good job of switching that off and keeping Niese with the pressure, and they get the turnover. It's a 6th turnover in the night already for Perkins.
Some mag action there right in between the wickets of Baker. Niese hands it off. Might have got poked in the eye. Now here's Baker. Moving around the perimeter, off the fingertips of Sophie, and out of bounds. It's not a great pass that time by Schwemley.
And you know, again, and seeing Shelby a couple times this year, if there's one area that teams are going to try to take advantage of, it's that, is forcing the Whippets to execute in the half court offensively. Uncharacteristically, that's the 4th turnover already tonight for the Whippets, and most of them been out of those half-court sets.
Kaufman hands off, the top scorer for the Lady Pirates. Nice drive down the lane, in and out, won't fall for Van Vlera. But she's been in attack mode. She'll head back to the free throw line.
And that's what you have to do. When you have a team like Shelby that's going to get up and pressure you and get after it, if you back up or you get hesitant, you're playing right into their hands. The only way to respond to that is to go into attack mode yourself, and she tried to get to the basket that time, was successful, got herself to the line, knocked it down.
Splits the pair, Shelby with the rebounds, and the Pirates continue to pick up with that full court. Baker can't make them pay. How about Albert working the glass and too strong? Great job by Audie to recover that time, get back, make a defensive play after missing on the offensive end. Sometimes you'll see kids hang their head, mark, pout a little bit. Not for Albert that time. She sprinted back to make the play.
Sprinted back, made the play, saved her team giving up a basket.
Another aggressive move. How about this 9th grader? Working it inside.
Real nice job of staying with it. Missed the first one, went and got it. Got the putback to go.
Baker, no answer at the other end. And Schwemley can't keep it in bounds. But the Whippets force a turnover. Another swat inside. Eventually, Olivia comes through. And she is really carrying the offensive scoring load right now. First player in double figures tonight. Back the other way, though, comes Kaufman.
Perkins coaching staff thought they had to travel there. Instead, no call, but they're going to get the turnover anyway.
As you take a look on the Frito Lay replay, I mean, it's close. Maybe give her the benefit of the doubt, you know, senior star. Still results in the same activity, Gundrum dribbling off her foot out of bounds.
Well, 5 minutes to go here, like you talked about. Perkins is already in the 1-on-1. We'll see if they try to spread the floor to attack off the dribble, get to the paint, and try to earn some easy points here at the free throw line. Looks like they're running a little flex action. Good look off the down screen, but they didn't get it. Perkins just trying to stay patient and break down the Lady Whippets.
Low breeze coming through there as that shot not making it all the way to the rim.
Perkins once again content to try to keep the ball out of Niese's hands. Best possible. Now she goes and gets it, and she's going to try to direct something here.
Kind of force that shot.
Say, if you're Perkins, you can live with that. Contested runner, give that up, but Hip with the answer.
Demi Hip, 5'1" junior, coming in, making a splash there from downtown, and then Audie with the theft. 3-on-2 here for the Lady Whippets. Baker with the step inside. And just those long, Gumby limbs of Kelly have just created some terror so far for Shelby players getting into the painted area.
The size has definitely made a difference so far on the defensive end for Perkins.
Niese, such a great rebounder for a point guard. Sends it ahead. You know she's always had that ability. Largest lead so far for the top team in Division II.
And this is one of those danger zone points in the game for Perkins. It's at 5 points. You can't let that lead get much bigger. Come down, run your best set or one of your better sets. See if you can get an answer. You can't let Shelby start to pull away from you here, or it can get away from you in a hurry.
You can always tell it's a big possession for Shelby defensively. Anytime Natalie Lance breaks down, gets in the defensive stance herself, she just starts guarding everybody, shadow defending over there on the sideline. Pleasure to watch.
You love to see coaches who are into the game, have that joy and that passion for it, and she definitely does.
Natalie, a member of the last Shelby team to get to the state Final Four back in 1992. She was a junior on that team, so she knows a thing or two about playing in a big game and would love to finally break through. No district championships for Coach Lance during her coaching career.
I'm sure 2022 would be a great year to change that for the Whippets.
And you can tell Olivia Baker feels like she definitely has to be the overwhelming presence offensively for this team. Her twin sister out injured with a knee injury. Haley, I think, undoubtedly the best athlete on the team. And OB's just trying to pick up the slack here. Kaufman was a razzle-dazzle. Can't finish it off the spin move. And tipped out of bounds, back over to the Lady Whippets.
State baskets are at a premium tonight. Both teams contesting almost every shot. Battling on the glass.
Whippets a bit fortunate there. That one bounced the way it did, and Gundrum capitalizes. 3-ball from the corner. All of a sudden, it's a double-digit Lady Whippet lead.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they got a great little bounce there. Open shooter knocks it down, stretches that lead to 10.
And you see the offensive juices when they get flowing. Shelby really picks it up down at this end of the floor. Soft touch, though, from downtown for Kendall Zier.
Zier got the friendly bounce. Was able to knock down Perkins' third three of the night.
And we'll get a timeout taken by the Lady Pirates. As you look down at the Shelby bench, let's take a little bit closer look at their season so far. Mark and head coach Natalie Lance been here more than a decade now. This is the first time they've ever been undefeated 22-0 in program history. So dominant. Look at the average margin of victory. Over 32 points per game.
They were dominant, to say the least. You know, you look at some of the MOAC teams as well, and you had a couple of really good squads. Obviously, we'll see Clear Fork in the second game tonight.
Sure.
Pleasant advanced with a couple of upsets in tournament play. They're playing for a district title, so they've got some nice quality wins in there. And anytime you go 22-0, you know that you have an outstanding basketball team, just because it's so hard not to have at least one bad night.
Nice around the back move that time by Trinity Baker. Not related to the Baker twins, I'm told. Gundrum had to double clutch it. And you see Shelby is doing a great job of getting to the 50-50 balls right now. Creating more opportunities than they were early in the contests. Really tough shot that time for Kaufman. Bullseye. Gundrum knocks it down. Timeout taken now by Shelby.
Gundrum's done a great job being that second scorer tonight. She's got 11 on the evening.
And for the Lady Pirates this season, coming out of the Sandusky Bay Conference, which typically plays some pretty nice basketball. A little bit down this year, you might say, Mark. But this team, they've been consistent for about the last decade, putting themselves in a position to win district championships. This particular squad, though, unlike Shelby, who has 4 different scorers that are over 8.5 points per game, no player on this team averages more than 8.5.
Right, and that's one of those things where it's great to have, those diverse scoring options and things like that. But in games like this, or if you win tonight in a district final, in those big games, there are nights where you need to be able to give that ball to somebody and say, go get me some points.
Sure.
And that's what you're kind of looking at tonight is, does Perkins have somebody that can go out and get 15 or 20 tonight and really take over when they need a basket?
Well, now would be a good time, trailing by 9. $1:15 to go. Big shot right there. Demi Aaron, the senior, coming up clutch. Oh, they're actually going to say it was a long 2, Mark. I think they just changed the call.
Yeah, long 2. They said her foot was on the line, and Perkins forced the turnover. Perkins is going to get a chance to go to the line to cut into the deficit.
Niese, who just got a quick rest, right back into the contest, will check in for Trinity Baker.
Well, I'm sure Coach Lance is a situation where she was trying to get Niese a quick little break here, and she's out for one possession. They turn it over, and the last thing you want to do is give Perkins some confidence here and let him cut into this deficit going into the half and get some momentum here. So, be an offensive foul, so they won't be going to the line. They're going to be taking it on the side.
Coach Brian Heck, sharp-dressed man here tonight, definitely keeping his cool.
Keeping his cool, but definitely wanting an explanation on why his team doesn't get to go to the charity stripe.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Gives a little reassuring pat on the back to the official as he asks another question. Just putting a little something in his ear there, so he may need it later. Come back for a call, and he's trying to lobby for one here, but a minute to go, and Perkins down by 7. See if they stay with that flex kind of look offense. If they're going to go back to the weave out top.
Excellent hesitation by Zaire all the way to the cup. Won't fall through. Booker with a big rebound. And here's Niese breaking away from the pack.
They got hip with the travel. Shuffled her feet before she could get that ball down.
Whippet's quickly going to get Schwemley into the mix for Niese. So Sophie with those 2 fouls going to take a seat. Just half a minute to go here in this opening half.
And this is where if you're Perkins, if you hold for the last shot, you get the ball to start the second half.
Kaufman doing a nice job utilizing her body shield off hip, but didn't make it to the basket.
I don't know if you want to run this weave offense out top against this Shelby defense. If you turn it over, it's going to be a layup at the other end.
Big block shot by Baker. And that is going to take us to the break. Whippets with a 32-25 advantage after 2 quarters of play. They'll take it into the locker room, trying to stay undefeated as they look for their 25th consecutive win to start the season. Stick around for the JJ Pizzas halftime. And remember to get in your orders using promo code OH.REPORT for 10% off all night. We'll have stats, analysis, second half, all on the way on the other side of the break.
Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skoronsky, and you were just watching live and free girls high school hoops exclusively on the OH.REPORT. But stick around, the halftime show is next, including stats, analysis, and so much more, including the second half on the way.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
It's halftime here inside of Aero Arena. Division II District Championship berth on the line, and Shelby right now owns a 7-point cushion with just 2 quarters remaining in regulation. This is the JJ's Pizza halftime show. I'm Brian, got Mark with me, and here are your first half numbers, folks. Brought to you by JJ's Pizza. You can order at jjspizza.us. And the big numbers that stand out when you look, I think obviously the rebounding differential, and then Shelby able to put away 12 made buckets in that first half. So those would be a couple of the numbers, Mark, that I think pretty important.
Pretty important, yeah, and both teams, struggling to shoot the basketball. Shelby 12 of 32 from the floor for 38%. Perkins just 8 of 23. So both teams struggling a little bit to shoot it. And then of course the turnovers are always big. Shelby does such a great job of converting those turnovers into points, and they have forced 9 turnovers tonight so far for Perkins. And for Perkins, that's going to be really critical here in the second half. The other night against Vermilion, 25 turnovers in the second half. They only scored 12 points. I think they had 17 turnovers in the second half alone. So, shooting the basketball and turning it over are always important, and it's going to be extremely important here in the second half tonight.
What did you like about Shelby's game better after the first 4 minutes that we didn't see so much of in the first few?
Well, they really settled in a little bit on the defensive end, applying that half-court pressure. They did a great job of getting up and trying to take Perkins out of what they like to do. And so when they did that, they started getting back into Shelby basketball, and that was applying pressure, getting some turnovers, getting some bad shots, and getting out in transition and converting on the other end.
looked a whole lot more like the Shelby team that we've come accustomed to know throughout this season. Just endless effort, energy. You get your subs when you need them, and getting defense turned into offense, that started happening. Okay, for Perkins, they have the length advantage here tonight. They capitalized early on, Mark. It didn't seem like it was as big of a factor as the game wore on. Well, what do you think Shelby was doing differently, and or what did Perkins quit doing quite as well that we saw be so effective in about those first 4 minutes of game action?
Well, one thing I saw Shelby start to do as the half went on is they started bringing that length out on the perimeter. You know, Shelby went to some high ball screen action or some wing ball screens, trying to get that switch. But even if they didn't get that switch, they brought that length of Baker, out onto the court around that three-point line and forced her into a situation where either she had to switch, hard head, or do something different on that screen rather than just sitting back there in that help side and impacting shots.
A lot of Bakers in tonight's game.
There's a lot of Bakers in the game tonight.
Top to bottom. Brandon Baker even sponsoring us with the JJ's Pizza, so it's just a big family affair here. If you're a Baker man, you are a part of tonight's game. All right, let's check out who was a part of this Division II Ashland District from the start, and beautiful graphics made by our fabulous director, Adam Thompson. And you see how it all started out in Shelby, the #1 seed, the #1 team in the state. Bellevue down at the bottom. Typically, that's the team that has owned this district for years and years and years. How about the Baby Tigers upsetting the #2 seed to get to the spot where they're going to be taking on Clear Fork here tonight in the second half of our doubleheader, Mark? I think that Tigers team may be the most exciting that we have in the area outside of the Shelby Lady Whippets. If we get that matchup in the finals, which Clear Fork fans don't want to hear, boy, I think that could be really fun. Any which way you break it down, though, if Shelby advances, it's going to be an all-Richland County showdown to move on to regionals. It's
going to be a big showdown, and that loss to Bellevue opened a lot of eyes because not only did Mansfield Senior win, they won convincingly. They came out and played a great basketball game, were able to advance and kind of sent some shockwaves through the district.
You're right.
So, especially that senior team, it's young. It's a pretty young group, and again, they start getting confidence. If they could pull off a win tonight against Clear Fork, they're going to come into that district final game on Saturday against Shelby or Perkins with a lot of confidence. So it's going to be fun to see how this second half plays out and to see how that second game plays out yet tonight.
Elsewhere tonight on the OH Report, we've got tons of live streams going on. Margaretta versus Colonel Crawford happening right now. We'll also have Upper Sandusky versus Crestview in the nightcap in Division III. I think that's a really fun district to keep an eye on. Crestview Lady Cougars play some of the best defense in the state. Margaretta, one of the better offensive units in the Buckeye State. So if they were to match up for a district championship, could be a fun one, but of course, you got to get through tonight. You never know what could happen. Colonel Crawford's been pulling off some upsets, as has Upper Sandusky, knocking off Lakota in their last game. Quick thoughts on D3?
Well, both Colonel Crawford and Upper Sandusky have their work cut out for them tonight. Margaretta and Crestview, both outstanding basketball clubs. That Margaretta group, like you said, they can score the basketball, and they're going to be a tough out in Division III.
Just got a message from Jeff Albert, says, I got a face for radio. Just want to say thank you. Be on the record with that one. Thank you so much, Jeff. Hey, but when you're a sponsor, you can say pretty much whatever you want to me, and I'm just going to take it. All right, Division 4, we also have Seneca East taking on Mohawk right now, live and free on our airwaves. So if you want to flip around tonight, it's a great night for high school basketball. 6 live streams going on. And then Mansfield Christian going to have their hands full with, I believe, the #3 team in the state in Buckeye Central. So gifted, so talented. Their only loss on the season as a D4 squad to the #1 team in the state, D2.
To Shelby, correctly. And if you have not had a chance to see the Buckettes, you need to get out and see the ladies, because Buckeye Central is a fun basketball team to watch. So fundamental, so good. And I look for them to make a really deep run in Division 4 and see if they can maybe bring a state title back home.
Yeah, I'm with you. I believe they've won 6 consecutive district championships, going for #7, something like that. So they got it rocking and rolling out there in New Washington. You expect that they are going to bring their A game, as they typically do, come tournament time tonight against Mansfield Christian. Okay, second half action just about set to begin here. It'll be Sandusky Perkins with the rock to open things up on our Adams, Albert, and Curry scoreboard.
And Perkins coming out, and they're going right into that weave offense. But what that allows Shelby to do is to switch that up top and keep their best defenders on that perimeter. But they were able to get a baseline drive, and Shelby quickly with the quick response for the basket.
Track meet here, 2 buckets in about 5 seconds. 4 points in the first 20.
And that's just effort right there. Albert outrunning the defense down the floor, was rewarded with the nice pass, catch, and finish.
Sophie Niese read that one all the way like a safety watching traffic switch. Throws it ahead like a quarterback on the money. Hip lays it in for 2.
And this is Shelby at their best. Transition offense from their defense, and they're getting after it here with some intensity to start quarter number 3.
Aaron tries the lane, off her foot, out of bounds. So the Whippets force a turnover here.
So 2 quick turnovers in the first minute for Perkins.
See some of the Clear Fork Mini Colts in the house, and I tell you what, the older girls, the high school team, is a treat to watch, but if you ever watch those Mini Colts at halftime, they are the real stars of the show.
Put on a show.
We'll get to see them here tonight at halftime. We'll probably have to go picture-in-picture during the commercial break just so you can check them out in action. Wanted to also make a quick note that the Clear Fork competition cheer team will be heading to state on Saturday. All the girls typically ride the Spirit bus to come support. They'll be in the house tonight cheering on the Lady Colts in the second half of our doubleheader, as Shelby with a giveaway here. And Perkins back with the basketball, looking to cut into this 9-point deficit.
And if you're Perkins, you just have to keep hanging around. You can't let this lead get too far away. Just hang around, and put the pressure on Shelby in the fourth quarter.
Whippets picking up the foul here. It'll go against Audie Albert. It's her 3rd.
Big foul call here early in the third quarter.
Yeah, it could have been probably a travel or a push off there.
Had the right idea. Surprised she just didn't keep attacking the basket and make Albert defend her with her 3 fouls.
Gundrum with an excellent move, nice fake baseline. Then finds a cutting Baker. Can't get it to drop with the left hand. Back the other way. Excellent jump stop in the lane. Finish wasn't available for Olery. Tipped out of bounds. Pirates going to keep it.
Yeah, great move. Just couldn't get the left-handed finish to go. Nice little step through, got to the rim. Nice ball fake.
And
Great.
capitalizing. Baker at the 10.
But now they got to get back down the court. Yeah, great job by Baker, selling the ball fake with the fake handoff, turned, attacked the basket, got it to go, but Shelby had him beat down the court and just a little bit too far on the pass.
And they catch you off guard, though, Mark, as quickly as they get the ball out of bounds. Typically, you feel like you make a basket, you got a couple of seconds, collect yourself, set up in your full court defense. Not against this team.
Not against this team, and there's another forced turnover.
Crossover, Niese. Both teams struggling a little bit finishing once they've got close to the basket. There's Olery clearing out some space. I believe this will be a shooting foul. It's going to go on Hip.
That's her 3rd.
Yeah, so 3 fouls for Demi, 3 fouls for Audie, 2 for Sophie Niese. And those are the 3 primary ball handlers for Shelby.
Hip and Niese do such a great job impacting the game, too, with their quickness on the defensive end. Just forcing Perkins to set their offense up farther and farther away from the basket. And, you know, you get that 3rd foul, it's hard to be as aggressive, so Hip's going to have to watch herself here.
The lefty misses both. Clean block out that time by Albert. Baker almost always seems to get her defender up off the ground because she shoots it so well from beyond the arc. Over 1,000 points for her career. But it leads to this. Back the other way, Olery continues to do a nice job of just knifing through the defense and getting to the cup.
She's doing a great job of getting outside the defender's hips, getting that space, and getting to the basket. And Niese does the same thing. She got outside her hips, saw the angle, and took it. was able to finish.
First points of the night for Sophia Niese, and not a girl that typically fills it up. I mean, 8.8 points per game, I guess that's what I mean is the scoring, but she'll do tons of other things. Over 4 rebounds a game, over 5 assists, tops in the area. That one dropping through for Baker. We're just kind of going back and forth right now, Mark. This has been a great quarter of basketball. Both of these teams with some counter responses.
I'm really impressed by the poise of Perkins. They've been on the verge of getting blown out a couple times, and they've hung in there.
Timeout on the floor taken by Coach Lance, maybe recognizing what you were just outlining there, that it felt like Shelby might be able to run away with this game, just haven't been able to.
At the beginning of this third quarter, Shelby comes out and they get it to 9, and you think, okay, here we go. Can they extend it, get it to double-figure lead, stretch it out a little bit, and start to make Perkins feel like, okay, it's starting to be the end, it's starting to be over, but they've answered. Perkins, comes up with an answer, gets a couple baskets on that end, and forced some turnovers, and now we're back at a 5-point game, and Perkins is just battling away.
Love to see you guys drop us some comments. Let us know, where are you tuning in from tonight? Who are you cheering for? Who do you want to see advance into the district championship game on Saturday afternoon? Go into the comment section in the fourth quarter. Read those over air.
Shelby trying to isolate Niese and Baker on the same side of the court. Didn't get the look they wanted. They come out, go to the high ball screen. Had the back cut. That's a bad thing. Great job of setting it up, but you can't fake a back cut. If you're going to go, you've got to go, because if not, that's what happens.
Perkins can trim it down to a 1-score differential here.
And you see Shelby switching up defenses with some of the foul trouble. Now they're going to the extended 1-3-1 with Hip on the top.
And they get the double team, force the takeaway. Foul in the corner too.
And that's one of those fouls you hate to see. You turn it over, don't make a second mistake. You turn over and then you get emotional and you foul. Tough little ending there on that possession for Perkins, but Shelby changing defenses. Perkins didn't have the answer, didn't respond the way they needed to. Both teams trying to run that high weave isolation look. This is allowing Baker just to sit in the paint and help on the defensive end for Perkins.
Gundrum gets the soft roll through the bottom of the net.
And she has been good tonight offensively. 13 for her to lead the Whippets.
No answer at the other end. Long rebound comes out to the corner. Van Blera all the way in.
And they just keep hanging around. Perkins is hanging around.
Triple won't go in off the square. And the sophomore Zire with the board, pushing ahead. 3-ball up, not good. And Niese chases it down. Nice setup from the corner, Gundrum. Foul's going to go against Olivia Baker.
Good job there in the transition attack at the end. Veered into the defender, dropped that shoulder, created the contact, and was able to get the foul.
They're going to say not a shooting foul. But it is the second on Olivia Baker.
And you talked a little bit earlier about the impact Niese has on the game even without the scoring, and that's another perfect example where, yeah, she has 2 points on the night, but she came down here, created the offense, got Gundrum a wide open look. It's just her ability to get to the basket creates so many open looks for her teammates.
Kaufman couldn't collect it off the handoff. Sophie pushing. Offensive rebound. No second chance points, though, for Alexis Booker. And back the other way again. We've seen a lot of shots in tight. Not dropped for both sides, but this one will for Aaron. Count it. Chance for one more.
Well, sloppy basketball here in the third quarter. Shelby with 4 turnovers. Perkins with 6. Both teams just kind of giving it away, not taking care of it. And with the turnover and conversion, Perkins has a chance to cut it to 2.
Demi Aaron looking for her 5th point of the night. .90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Baker uncorks one. Hasn't been able to really get it flowing from beyond the arc, and this is like a 3-on-none here for Perkins.
Oh, great play.
You kidding me with that defense?
That is just want to and a senior making a great play.
Wow. Oh, they called a foul mark. That looked like beautiful defense.
It looked clean from up here. And that's going to be her 3rd foul on the night.
I got to see that one more time. See if I can even slow it down for you guys. Oh, whoa. Sped it up.
Well, and that's the kind of play that epitomizes the culture of Shelby. Just they're going to play hard every single possession, even when it looks like, there's going to be a wide open breakaway. Niese with the hustle play back saved their team a point. They were able to split that. So, Perkins 1 of 5 here in the second half from the free throw line, but down to a 2-point game as they extend the pressure once again.
Lady Pirates have done an excellent job going blow for blow, digging themselves out of a mini hole here in the third quarter. And Shelby just has not been able to make the plays necessary to get any type of separation. That one leaks out, though, to Booker. Now Guncham to the middle of the floor. Don't see Niese get it poked out of her hands very often. Now Mallory, sky high, taste the rainbow.
Big shot late in the third quarter for the Whippets.
Perkins looking for the answer. Final shot here of the frame.
Better get to the basket. They're not going to get a good look here.
Now Aaron, shot blocked at the horn. That'll take us to the end of 3. We are headed to money time. A lot on the line. And Shelby just leading by 5.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. No bones about it, Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Everybody up on their feet for the start of money time here in the district semifinals. Fourth quarter action has made its way here inside of Arrows Arena. Shelby trying to will themselves to 25-0. The number 1 team in the state, though, in a bit of a dogfight, leading by just 5. My name is Brian. Got Mark Bollinger with me here this evening. This has been a fun game, man. It looked like for a moment there that Shelby was going to pull away at the start of the third quarter after having an excellent second. Didn't turn out that way. You see the fight, the determination here for Perkins. And not a good sight. Demi hit her head on the floor.
Yeah, cracked her head. Looked like cracked the back of her head on the floor. And a large contingent of Shelby faithful not happy with the officiating.
See if we can see what happened. I'll pull up the Frito Lay replay here on that previous possession. There's Demi losing the basketball. And then didn't look like anything flagrant or dirty from Demi Aaron.
Yeah, just like tough basketball play.
Though hip was carried off the floor by the assistant coach. Probably going to need her here the rest of the way. So Shelby already without one of their stars in Haley Baker, who had a conversation with their father today and been seen a knee specialist. She was cleared to play, Mark, if they really, truly need her. I see her, she's up, she's stretching out. She's got a huge brace on her leg, but man, after the knee injury she just had a couple of weeks ago, I'd be stunned if they try to get her in the game tonight.
I think she wants in more than the coaches want to put her in.
That's a
I understand, you're a senior, she's willing to do whatever it takes for her team. Credit to that young lady for being willing to risk whatever, but at this point we're just going to see how it goes here before coaches have to make any decisions on that. But with hip hitting her head, I don't know if we'll see her again.
3 ball from the top. Kendall Zier comes through in a major way. 2-point game, folks.
And this is where the pressure and the emotion just continue to mount.
Air ball with the answer. And you see Trinity Baker inside. The freshman, I think, got her shot tipped. Perkins has come all the way back to tie it.
Unfortunately, it's one of those where, Shelby's the number 1 team in the state, 24 wins, but those 24 wins don't get you any extra points on the scoreboard. And right now, Perkins is just in a fight, and they're believing that they can play with this group. You just see the confidence being exuding from the Perkins bench.
A lot of that has to come from their head coach, Brian Heck. Just seems like such a calm, cool customer, but at the same time, brings a lot of fire, too, in terms of his positive energy and spirit.
Absolutely. Look for Shelby here to try to get something with Niese or Baker, run a set, get a good look. Instead, Albert's going to knock it down from 19 feet.
The junior sends it through, getting her into double figures on the night. 3 Shelby players now, topping at least 10 points. Aaron wants to clear it out. Going right at Gundrum and blew by her like a kite in the wind.
Well, she's playing an outstanding ball game, not just on the offensive, but defensively. She's done a really good job on Niese, trying to create some trouble with her on the defensive side with her quickness, and she's done it and tried to do it again on this possession.
Off the attack, ball lost by Schwemley. Whippets catch a break. They're going to keep it down at this end. Another look, Schwemley obviously just lost the handle, but then tipped there by Kelly Baker.
Yep, she made the right play, the right read. Just struggled at the end to hold on to it and got the travel. Another turnover by the Whippets. 5th of the second half, 12th of the night. And that's what Perkins wanted to do. You wanted to get Shelby into a point where they had to score out of half-court sets. That's where teams thought that they were going to have a chance to beat Shelby. That was how they're going to do it, and Perkins has done it so far. But they've got to finish the deal. You can play with the number 1 team in the state, but you have to be able to finish them off.
That's a big help right there. 2 more points for Demi Aaron. Starting to find her flow on the offensive end. Calling for it now. creating a turnover. How about Demi taking the team on her back? The setup for Kaufman wasn't there. 2-on-1 back the other way now for Shelby. Excellent recovery by Olery to save the easy bucket. But Perkins now with the lead for the first time since the first quarter, and Aaron's going to take a seat on the bench. She gave everything that she had for the first 3 minutes of this fourth, Mark.
Well-deserved effort. Great start to the fourth quarter for her and Perkins. Shelby looking to try to get Baker the ball in the post. Wasn't there. They're going to bring it out. Got the travel again.
Back-to-back giveaways now for the Shelby offense.
Shelby just a little out of sorts on the offensive end. Just can't get the looks that they normally get. And Perkins with the chance to extend the lead.
Lady Whippets are going to have to buckle down defensively, make some plays. Gundrum trying to do so. Niese down to the floor. Over and back, they say, with the Pirates touching the basketball. Kaufman getting a finger on it. Let's see here. Looked like Gundrum actually was the one who poked it into the backcourt. Doesn't matter. It's Shelby basketball.
Yeah. So the Shelby defense comes up with the turnover. Can they convert on this end, tie it up, or take the lead?
And I want to see the District 6 Player of the Year showcase that she was worthy. Instead, it's a freshman dropping bombs from downtown.
Schwimley shot it with confidence. Maybe nobody else in the gym believed it was going in, but she did, and that's all that matters.
Played some nice defense. Couldn't keep Zaire off the glass, though. And now here's Niese pushing it forward. Gundrum on the leak out. Shelby back in front by 3. Timeout taken by the Lady Whippets. Coach Lance got to be pleased with her bunch, what she just saw over the last couple of possessions, Mark.
Yeah, great response. They get down 2, and immediately they come up with the answer. Schwimley buries the 3 ball, give them the lead. They get the turnover, run out, and quick basket, and all of a sudden they get the lead back to 3.
Take a look on the Frito Lay replay here. From start to finish, Albert with the tip off the leg. Nobody that I've seen in the girls' game this year has those long passes out in transition better than Sophia Niese. She has been dynamite. That is why she is the District 6 Player of the Year. 8.8 points per game, 4 rebounds, over 3 steals, 5 assists. There's a few other categories where she's over 2 per game too, Mark. So again, she's not going to kill you shooting the ball, though I have seen her get over 20 points before, but she'll do everything that she can.
She does everything else, and I'll tell you what, I'm sure Ashland University is really excited to have her joining that program. You know, they're an outstanding program, top 5 in the country.
Yeah.
You know, just great job, and you know, just down the road from us here, and she's going to join that mix, and I'm sure she's going to be a key contributor over the next few years for Ashland U.
Niese going to pick up Kaufman at half court. Aaron back into the mix. Oh, Kaufman with a great take to the cup, but Niese blocked the shot at the rim. She just got thrown to the ground like a rag doll. It looked like it was after the pass. Let's check it out. Kaufman. Sophie sold it a little bit.
So she can act as well. Hey, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, you want to talk about versatility. Oh, the freshman again. Not this time for Schwemley. Ball tipped around in the hands of Aaron. Igniting the break. End to ends, ripped away. How fast are Sophie Niese's hands, though?
She is quick. Looked like another opportunity for Perkins to get a basket, and Niese just quick hands gets in there and stops the play.
Probably got to keep an eye on her in a game of rock, paper, scissors, changing it down at the bottom, you know what I mean?
Yep, don't want to play her. Inbounder wide open on the return. Again, another block by Niese. She just understands the game so well.
3 blocks shots for Sophia tonight. Should have had a 4th. And And here's one back at the other end by Kaufman. It's going to lead to some free throws.
Yeah, they're going to call the foul. Looked like it was clean initially, but blew the whistle. Going to go to the line for 2. She's a 75% free throw shooter and stepped the line to try to make this a 2-possession game.
Albert tonight, 10 points, trying to add to her totals. 3:18 to go. Winner advancing to Saturday's championship. Be played right here at Ashland High School, 4 p.m. tip-off. I'll be back over here for the call. They will await the winner for their opponent for tonight's second half of the doubleheader here. Mansfield Senior, the 7th seed, versus 3rd seeded Clear Fork. Aaron fouled on the drive.
Shelby fouls number 5, Mallory Gundro. Her second personal, team 6.5. At the line shooting 2.
You see, she's really elevated her game here in the second half. She's felt confident with the basketball off the bounce, and when she's had Gundrum on her, she's basically just been clearing it out and going to work.
Absolutely clear out, try to get to an angle and get to the basket, and steps to the line and makes a big free throw there to kind of stem the tide.
Want to say what's up to all. I see 265 of y'all watching on the Facebook. I promise I would dive into the comment section. I'm getting there. Just been so much to see out here on the floor. Do see Barry calling for some defense, Barry Klein. Penny says go Whippets. Sue Jones watching from Hamler, Ohio. Ooh, a former Whippets. Always love getting the alma mater in the group chats. So continue to drop us more comments. Facebook, I'll get to YouTube in a minute. Foul on the floor here, reach in from Kaufman.
Up 4, look for Shelby just to be patient, work the basketball, see if they can get something easy. See if they go back to that set they ran earlier where they had Baker wide open on the backdoor cut.
I don't know that Olivia scored in the second half, has she, Mark?
I don't think she has. Coach Lance with the timeout, making sure she saves the possession.
The challenging thing for Shelby with Demi Hip going out, talks about Haley Baker, of course. I mean, she's available, but not really available tonight. Olivia Baker's been dealing with injuries all season long, hampered more the second half of the season, and she's gutting it out, but you can tell that she's not at 100%.
Not 100%, and with the injuries to her sister and to hip, what that does is that takes away some of that secondary ball handling, and so Perkins has done a really good job of pressuring Niese and trying to get the ball out of her hands. It makes it a little bit more of a struggle for the rest of the Whippets, but they're hanging in there. Like I said, up 4, 2:41 to go here with the basketball. See if they can come out and execute, get themselves a good look, and try to extend this lead.
Number 4 versus number 1. What you're taking in now, as mentioned tonight, Clear Fork, who notched 20 wins for the first time since the 80s, Mark. Going to be taking on Mansfield Senior, back-to-back sectional champions for the first time since the early 2000s. So a couple of teams not accustomed necessarily to being in this position. Will it be Shelby who will be the opponent at 25-0, or will Perkins punch their ticket back to the district championship game, second time in 3 years?
Demi Hip has returned to the bench. She has an ice pack on the back of her head, but it is good to see her back on the bench with her teammates.
What's up to Heather Henkel? Go Shelby, she says. Kevin Baird also cheering on the Whippets from Greenwich. My dude Jeff Montgomery just tuned in. Say what's up to Jeff.
Good decision, good patience here by Shelby.
Now Niese had to drop down to the knee. Been really impressed with Eve Schwemley. Difficult spot coming in. I can't imagine. She hasn't been getting these kind of minutes all year that she ever anticipated getting into a district game and playing most of the second half.
Well, her dad was a few years behind me, played with me in high school, coached with me for a year, and I will say the Schwemley family, they are tough and they are competitive, and the moment's not been too big for her, that's for sure. She's come out here and she has done a great job putting in some huge minutes here for the Lady Whippets.
Demi Aaron caught a piece that time of Sophia Niese's eye. It almost looked like an MMA fight where they stop it when you get poked in the eye and they're like, all right, collect yourself. take a few minutes. Called the foul there. I don't know that you normally see that foul call when you get a little poke in the face.
Right, and great job there by Shelby. We talked about the patience. They took over 50 seconds off since that timeout. Ball's re-entered, clock starts running again. So, 2-possession game. They're glad to hold the basketball here. Oh, may have had to travel. Got away with it. See if they can convert off of this. No need to rush it. Just bring the ball out. Get yourself a good look. Situational basketball right here for the Lady Whippets.
Got him 5 wide. Niese got her pocket picked. The theft can't be cashed in. Sophia again with the block shot. I mean, she needs to join a SWAT team or something. Look at this girl patrolling the lane like RoboCop tonight. Not happening in Sophie's land.
Big possession here for Perkins. Chance to cut it to 1-possession lead. Schwemley just pressuring. They're not getting anything.
Oh, bailout call. Don't like that one. Looked like Kendall just lost her footing. So Schwemley stuck with her. Maybe a hand on the hip. Let me take that back.
Maybe a little bump, but we've seen a lot more than that tonight that they've kind of let go. But yeah, nevertheless, Perkins steps to the line. Perkins has really struggled here in the second half. 2 of 8 from the free throw line.
Sure. And they're going to get a timeout with the sophomore on the line. Game on the line. Just a 4-point differential. 72 seconds remaining. Really has been a fun basketball game, Mark, and one that started a little bit slow, at least for Shelby. Perkins came out hot, and then the chapter switches to the second half of the first quarter, and it was an exact reversal. Second quarter looked like Lady Whippets were going to run away with it. And then Perkins in the second half, to their credit, dude, they've stuck around. It's been like a championship fight where every time the Whippets feel like they're going to drop them, put them down for the 10 count, they get up at 8, and they say, one more round, Adrian, let's go.
One more round. I'll tell you, like you said, credit to Perkins because, coming into this, nobody gave them a chance other than themselves. But everybody on the outside was looking at this like, it's just kind of a coronation moving Shelby on to district championship.
Fair.
But that's about the culture and the program that Perkins has built. They expect to win and they expect to compete. And they've come in here and they've given the #1 team in the state all they wanted tonight for the first 31 minutes.
Free throw hops around and does find its way through.
And with only 5 team fouls here in the second half, anxious to see what happens here. Perkins makes the free throw. If they extend the court, try to keep the ball out of Niese's hands, or try to double team her in the backcourt, make her give it up.
Step 1, success for Kendall. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. I see Jeremy with a hashtag here, high school needs a shot clock. I don't know, I kind of like it without. But anyway, go ahead, Mark.
Well, I guess it depends on which side of that argument you're on, if you want to hold the ball, if you want to play more up-tempo. But here comes Perkins. They're going to try to double-team the ball. Shelby spreading it out. Get somebody in the high post. It's wide open.
Schwemley has to go down to the floor on her knees. Ball loose and collected by the Lady Pirates. They are having their way with the basketball right now, but Schwemley gets it back. Baker to the rack.
Big play by the freshman. The senior converts.
Unreal sequence of events right there. Team foul number 8. This will lead to more free throws. But my, oh my, what we just saw. Go back to that loose ball real quick.
Just real quick hands, able to get in there and create the turnover. If not, it looked like Perkins was going to get a good look when they had numbers.
Actually got a timeout taken by Sandusky Perkins. There's a few of the Shelby students in the house tonight. See some of the football players here cheering on their Lady Whippets. Had a nice crowd here in the building at Ashland. Just an overall great game up to this point. And could be in line for some extra basketball. You never know, Mark. Just a 4-point game here. 2 free throws potentially on the way for Perkins.
Yeah, great atmosphere here for a district semifinal game, and if Shelby can survive this, they're going to feel really good to get out of here with the win. But also that they got pushed a little bit. They, as you mentioned earlier, when you've outscored teams 66-32, you haven't been in a lot of close games. I know they had a close game at River Valley, had a couple other that were closer, but these are the kind of games that you need if you're going to make that deep tournament run. But to do that, you still got to finish this one off.
Uldery's got to make the first to get the second. The lefty sends and makes. Kate with a little bit of that blue Gatorade running through her veins.
Well, make or miss, definitely going to see Perkins extend the floor here. Try to create a quick turnover. If not, probably give a quick foul. So they've got 2 to give. They're going to run and double Niese here, jump the basketball. They're just going to give the foul. Well, that was the 6th one. On the 7th one, when it goes to 1-1, you don't want Sophie Niese going to the line if you're Perkins.
Best case scenario, I would imagine, for Sandusky is to try to get the ball into Eve Schwemley's hands, make the freshman knock down a couple of clutch free throws.
Yeah, and Perkins was going ahead and doubling Niese, and Baker, they're trying to keep it out of their hands.
Like a fullback, defensive back just bouncing off of her. As the clock is winding down, foul comes after the pass. Gundrum, it appears, be heading to the free throw line. It's going to be the 3rd on Aaron, and it's actually going to be Audie Albert with a chance here.
It's a 1-and-1. 17 foul, so Albert will step to the line.
Oh, my stomach's in knots just watching this.
She was calm and cool. Lefty drained that one. Now the second one's a big one. Get it to a 2-possession game with 14 seconds to go.
Albert closes the door, potentially making it a 2-possession game. That one well off the mark. Shelby with the rebound. OB heading to the free throw line. And now the Whippet faithful, they can sense it. Looks like they might be headed back to the district championship after a couple of free throws here. Baker 72% on the season. Not gonna matter though, as that one comes up short, and the Shelby Lady Whippets will advance. The #1 team in the state remains undefeated, 25-0. They will play for a district championship on Saturday afternoon. Keep it here. We'll be back with the JJ's Pizza post game that will include an interview with our player of the game. Drop us a comment. Let us know who you think should be worthy of being our MVP. A lot of worthy candidates tonight. We want to hear from you, the fans. All that on the other side.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it, Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
We welcome you to the JJ's Pizza post-game show. Awesome contest that we just saw here. Man, what a finish. 56-52 your final score. Shelby remains undefeated on the season. They are 25-0 and moving on to the district championship. But it didn't come without a crazy fight with the Perkins Pirates tonight. They left everything on the floor. I'm Brian, I got Mark with me, and here are your final stats of the evening. Break it down for me, Mark. What did we just see? What were some of the determining factors as we go deep inside of the numbers?
Well, coming into the game, we knew that Shelby pressure defense was going to create some havoc and create turnovers, and they did just that, causing 20 turnovers tonight. A lot of those turnovers resulted in transition points on the offensive end. But you look at the category for Shelby, and in that same category, the turnovers, a little bit uncharacteristic. They're usually closer to 12 to 14 turnovers per game, turned it over 17 times tonight. But there you go again. Give credit to Perkins on the defensive end. They did a really nice job of causing Shelby to have to adjust a little bit and play a little bit different style. So, the turnover situation was big. And then the free throw shooting. You look at it, 9 of 11 for Shelby. They got to the free throw line, converted on their chances. Perkins gets the line, only shoots 60% on the night, 12 of 20, including just 6 of 12 in the second half. And in a 4-point game, that can be the difference.
Maybe a bit of an eye-opening contest for the Lady Whippets tonight, who have been steamrolling their opponents to the tune of 32-point margins on the season. You touched on the fact that they did play a couple of tight games on the year, but when you're only playing a couple during 25 games, you're not really accustomed and used to, at the end of the game, there's something called late game situations and strategies, Mark. You can only get so much out of practice and going against yourself when you're on the floor in front of a big crowd in a game like this. I think that Shelby can take something away from this game that they have not had the benefit of playing out on the court very often this season.
Yeah, absolutely. No disrespect at all to the younger players in the Shelby program, because they have a talented JV group, talented kids on the bench, but you just don't get the same look, the same intensity in practice during working on your late game situations as you get in a contest like this. The emotions were high, the gym was loud, and they came down to the point where they had to execute those late game situations, and they did. Albert steps to the free throw line, makes a couple big free throws late. Good job on the defensive end for Shelby. For the Lady Whippets, got some key stops, and they were able to come away with the 56-52 victory to advance to the district finals against the winner of our second game tonight, Clearport versus Mansfield Senior.
Yeah, don't call the Lady Tigers Madison. I don't think they'll like that very much. And here they are in the house, and it looks like we've got our MVP who is going to be joining us. So we'll take one quick 1-minute commercial timeout. We'll be right back with that young lady right there, Adi Albert.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. No bones about it, Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Back now with our player of the game, presented by Niese Farms. It is the junior guard from the Lady Whippets, Adi Albert, 14 points, and you had the game-sealing free throws. I got to start there with those clutch moments and those big shots at the foul line. What is your focus? What mindset do you go into when you have to step up to the free throw line, knowing that the season's kind of on the line? You can put the game away if you make them both.
I've never really been, obviously I've never went 100% from the free throw line this season, but I knew going into that that was going to win the game for us. So my mindset was like, these need to go in. Without Haley there, I had to step up. The whole team had to step up, so that was the game changer.
Take me through not having Haley Baker. You see Demi get hurt in the game. Olivia's been banged up basically all season, and how much do you guys have to dig deep and really play gutsy basketball at the end of tonight's game to get the win?
You could see us on the bench. The coaches and I were rubbing Liv's calves. She had cramps, and then Demi went out with a concussion, I'm pretty sure. But it's definitely hard with different rotations. The freshmen really have to step up, even the sophomores. Mal had the game of her life tonight, and it was really needed. Yeah,
Mallory stepped up. Schwemley had to come in and play a big game. I can't imagine she was expecting to play big minutes tonight. So you get it done. You haven't been tested much this season. Do you feel like this is a good game to have at this point in the tournament where you get tested a little bit down the stretch when you've just been blowing teams out like left and right?
100%. I mean, this is by far the hardest game that we've had all season, and to show that we came out on top is just fantastic, and it shows how much potential we really have.
I think what's really exciting is for the district championship, it's going to be an all Richland County showdown. Mansfield Senior or Clear Fork is going to be your opponent in that game. You've already seen the Colts a couple of times. The Tigers you were able to defeat last year in the tournament. Just thoughts on a potential matchup one way or the other and what you could see on Saturday.
I mean, Clear Fork, we've played them twice. We beat them twice, and it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And then Mansfield Senior we really haven't seen this year, but they're doing some really great things, and they're playing great ball.
All right, Audie, our MVP presented by Niese Farms. If you want to look into the camera and give a shout-out to anybody who's watching, we had quite a large audience going.
My shout-out goes to my team.
All right, your team who's here in the building, I imagine going to get a scouting report. All right, Mark's got some swag for you as well, some OH Report merch. Got a sticker and a keychain. Hopefully we'll see you put those to good use.
Thank you.
All right, Audie Albert, our MVP. Thanks so much. All right, that is going to wrap up our coverage for game number 1 of 2 here from Ashland as Audie makes her way down to the floor. Final words, Mark, on the game that we just saw.
Well, congratulations to Perkins on an outstanding season. They finished second in their conference, came in here with a 17-6 record, and they put it all on the line. And just outstanding performance to push Shelby to the limits. So, first of all, kudos to their coaching staff and their players on a great season. And then, just for Shelby, hey, at this point, coaches talk about it all the time. Survive and advance. They got tested, but they move on. And you're now 25-0, and you're playing for a district title on Saturday. Exactly what the Lady Whippets wanted.
Quick shout out to our amazing sponsors, MWD Logistics. Find out more at MWDlogistics.com. A1 Auto Sales, the best place for used cars in all of the greater Mansfield area. Check out their awesome collection, www.a1autoohio.com. The Freedom Festival coming to Ohio in July. Get your tickets now at freedomfestohio.com. Mechanics Bank. Bank online anytime with them at mymechanics.com. Frito Lay. Make all the best chips. Not much more needs to be said about them. And then JJ's Pizza. Remember to get in your promo codes online for 10% off OH Report. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. We got to get ready for game 2. Make sure that you tune in. Tigers versus Colts on the way. So long for now.